Imagine you are writing an important report, studying for an exam, or comparing two expensive purchases. Your phone is face down beside you. You never touch it. Do you assume it is harmless?
Yes, if I am not checking messages, scrolling, or hearing notifications, I would think the phone is doing nothing.
That is the comfortable assumption. We usually think distraction begins only when the screen lights up or our hand reaches for it.
And if I resist that urge, I should still have my full attention available.
But what if resisting is not the whole story? What if part of your mind is occupied simply because your own phone is there?
So I could look focused while having less mental capacity left for thinking?
Exactly. Difficult decisions depend on resources we cannot directly see. Working memory, flexible reasoning, and the ability to hold several pieces of information in mind.
That could matter during meetings, financial decisions, writing, planning, or serious conversations.
The paper is titled Brain Drain. The mere presence of one's own smartphone reduces available cognitive capacity.
That is stronger than saying phones can interrupt us. It says the phone may reduce what is available before an interruption happens.
Yes, the researchers tested whether the persistent presence of a personally important device can quietly consume limited cognitive resources.
Then the real question is not only did I check my phone, it is how much of my mind was still free while it sat nearby.
Smartphones connect us to information, entertainment, work, and other people almost instantly. That usefulness is why they rarely leave our side.
They sit on desks, in pockets, beside beds, and next to us during meals.
The researchers began from a basic constraint. Cognitive capacity is limited. We cannot actively process everything at once.
So when one thing occupies part of that capacity, less remains for whatever else we are trying to do.
Correct. The paper calls its central idea the brain drain hypothesis. The mere presence of your own smartphone may occupy some limited resources.
Even if the phone is silent?
That is the important possibility. You may successfully maintain sustained attention and avoid checking the device, yet still have fewer resources available.
So, visible discipline does not prove that the phone had no effect.
Exactly. Think of a computer running a program quietly in the background. Your document remains on screen, but the background process can still consume memory.
And a smartphone is not just any object. It is a gateway to messages, social feedback, news, entertainment, and obligations.
That makes the research question practical. Does simply keeping your own phone present leave fewer mental resources for another task?
And does that cost differ from person to person?
Yes. The researchers also examined whether people who were more dependent on their smartphones experienced a larger cognitive cost. To test the idea, the researchers ran two experiments rather than relying only on people's opinions about their own focus.
That matters because someone may sincerely believe a phone has no effect, especially when they never touch it.
The experiments created situations that differed in the presence of participants' own smartphones, then assessed how much cognitive capacity remained for other tasks.
So the comparison was not simply between heavy phone use and no phone use.
Right. The key test concerned presence itself. Participants could stay on task and resist the temptation to check their devices.
Then their performance could reveal a cost that ordinary observation would miss.
Exactly. The researchers measured performance on tasks that required limited cognitive resources. If the phone's presence consumed some resources, less capacity should remain for the task.
That separates interruption from availability. A notification is obvious, but reduced capacity can exist without an event you notice.
The researchers also examined smartphone dependence, asking whether the effect was strongest among people whose phones had greater psychological importance in everyday life.
Could the study tell us exactly what thought was occupying each person's mind?
The finding does not identify a specific inner monologue, and it does not require that everyone was consciously thinking about messages.
The careful interpretation is that the phone's presence left fewer resources available for measured cognitive work, even when attention appeared sustained.
Across the two experiments, the results supported the brain drain hypothesis.
What was the central finding?
The mere presence of participants' own smartphones reduced available cognitive capacity.
Even when they did not give in to the temptation to check?
Yes, the paper reports that people could maintain sustained attention and still show a cognitive cost.
That is surprising, because we usually judge distraction by behavior. Did someone look at the screen? Did they stop working?
But visible signs are not the only possible cost. A person may remain outwardly focused while having fewer mental resources available.
Was the cost the same for everyone?
No, the cognitive costs were highest among people with the highest smartphone dependence.
So the device may demand more from people who are most psychologically tied to it.
That is the supported pattern. It does not mean every highly dependent user will fail at every task. The result concerns available cognitive capacity under the experimental conditions.
And the paper does not say smartphones are simply bad. It recognizes their enormous potential to improve welfare.
Exactly. A device can be highly valuable and still create a hidden cognitive cost through its persistent presence.
Because the effect can occur without an obvious lapse in attention, confidence alone may not reveal whether the phone is costing us capacity.
The useful lesson is not throw away your smartphone. It is to distinguish access from presence.
Meaning I can choose when instant access is worth the possible cognitive cost.
Yes, during routine work, keeping the phone nearby may be convenient. During demanding thinking, the decision changes.
For example, when studying a difficult concept, writing a proposal, reviewing a contract, comparing investments, or making a sensitive personal decision.
Those are moments when available cognitive capacity matters. The paper suggests that simply refusing to touch the phone may not fully protect that capacity.
So a practical rule is when the task is cognitively demanding, reduce the phone's presence rather than relying only on willpower.
That stays close to the evidence. It does not guarantee a specific performance gain, and this result alone does not establish a universal distance or setup that works for everyone.
But it changes the question from, can I resist checking, to why make my brain resist at all?
Exactly. Design the environment before the difficult task begins. The goal is not permanent disconnection. It is to reserve limited mental resources for the decision that matters most.
And people who feel especially dependent on their phones may have the strongest reason to take that choice seriously.
The deeper shift is that attention is not only about where your eyes are looking, it is also about what your mind must keep under control.
A silent phone can be inactive in your hand, but active in the competition for mental capacity.
So, before your next exam, major purchase, strategy meeting, or difficult conversation, do not ask only whether notifications are off. Ask whether your phone needs to be present at all.